I'm your co-host, Charles Pigg, and you're watching Pod Warriors.
Old Charles and Jabberick sip the brew. The Pod Warriors are rolling through. They laugh and chat with pints in hand. Two legends gracing every land. Oh, the kiss is goated, ain't no lie. Greatest duo, heaven high. Beer and boobs they think are cool as they make the world their fool.
Oh, the kisses goaded.
Ain't no lie. Greatest duo,
Duo.
heaven high.
Beer and boobs they think are cool as they
Make
the world their
I don't
fool.
think we played that one in a while.
It's been a minute. I shook this beer all up, bro.
What up?
What up, what up, what up, what up? Tex said that he is driving today. So he said we better be entertaining. And I'm like, no pressure.
Where's he driving to? Texas?
Omaha, Nebraska.
What are you doing in Nebraska?
No, I think it's Texas. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh.
Howdy, everybody. Howdy, everybody. Kristen, Liz, the love of my life.
So what's up with you with the whole what was up with it with the John thing going on?
Oh, bro. I have
That's
no
Harold.
idea.
Harold, you were featured in our new rap. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and I didn't upload
I didn't know who
it.
you were then. I didn't know who you were.
Upload it. I fucked up. Who the
It's
fuck
okay.
is Harold?
I didn't know who he was then.
I know.
Like
I didn't either.
Holy Harold. I'm like, who is Harold?
Who is that? I don't know. I didn't know.
I didn't know then. That was 3 years ago.
Ohio cell service sucks. Yeah, bro. Tell me about it. Tell me
So
about
yeah,
it.
walk me through that.
What's going on, brother? I don't know. This man enters. What do you do? He enters the scene like I'm just like I'm on TikTok. I'm not even in like a live. I'm watching from the outside, and that's only because I was like scrolling through the page and I came up to it and I saw that he was in there with like a bunch of people
Yeah.
on a live. John. I saw that he was in a live, so I was like, whatever. That's weird. Some of these people claim to be advocates against domestic violence,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So I was like, I sat my phone down and I'm sitting there doing something else, watching TV, and I hear some of the weirdest shit I've like ever heard come out of anybody's mouth. And I'm like not paying that much of attention. But then this man gets on there and he says that he's calling some dude. And they're like, who in the hell are you calling? He's like, oh, this is the guy that raped Montgomery Dodge's sister. And I'm like, they start laughing about it. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do something about this, right? Well, I got immediately blocked from the live as soon as I went in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is weird. Then I went and made a video about it. And the defensiveness that I got from some of the people that came in there was weird to me because I was like, you guys are gaslighting everybody in the comments. The prison wife survivor lady, she made, I don't know, like 3 or 4 or 5 videos that next morning. And she kept going, I posted the evidence and the proof or whatever. I'm like, I've seen them. Like, they're on your stories. All they are is screenshots. She was like, go watch my video. You didn't make a video. They were just posted screenshots with words on the screen, letting everybody know about how much of a liar I am and all different kinds of things like that. But her claim was she had immediately dropped from the live. She shared her disgust for it or whatever. The only thing she said for like 20 minutes was, wow, John, come on. That's it. Nobody stopped him. Nobody said anything. So then the third time that the man referenced calling, he called the man once on the live, left a voicemail for him.
Yeah.
And then did it again a second time. And that's whenever they started leaving.
Right.
They started leaving the live.
I would never platform him, Brian, any one of them.
No, I don't know.
Because
I
all
mean,
they would do is justify what they do.
they already kind of did.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, if you and I hosted Brian Carlson on here, what do you think he would do? He would just come up with some crazy shit. He would make up shit.
Oh, exactly.
We wouldn't get anywhere with that dude. There's no way.
So I had to go. They wanted me to go live with them or whatever and explain myself to them. But the weirdest part about going live with people like that is they don't let you get any words in. They just talk over you or they mute you, whatever that kind of stuff is.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that with Brian a couple of times, where Brian would mute me or like talk over me and ask me a bunch of random like misleading questions. I mean, so yeah, that's what you would kind of expect. But then they have the audacity to get on there. And two people now have come to me and been like, yeah, but wasn't this man Montgomery Dodge like making fun of John's dead dad first?
I don't really care.
Probably, but that's not the point. That's not the point. It's the whole, and then the man, like, between yesterday and today, I forget what it was, doxes the dude's sister on TikTok, posts where she works, her husband works, all different kinds of things, like going after this lady's job. Like,
yeah,
you guys are, what's the excuse there? Montgomery Dodge messed with his dad, made fun of his dad.
Right.
You guys are fucking weird. It's weird behavior. I don't know.
That's automatically, he can say some raunchy shit.
I've said some disgusting things, specifically about Lizzie, but I would have never called anybody's fucking rapist from when they were 12.
Yep.
Would have never done it.
That's odd.
It's very
odd. I just saw the videos. I was like, what's going on now?
I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, it would not shock nor surprise me.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's always some new drama flaring up on that app. Obviously, everybody knows that, but
yeah,
the fact that some of the people that have followed me for a long time follow John or in his comment section, to me, I don't know. It's incredibly weird. I'm gonna go on a whole blocking spree here soon. But he went private on a lot of his accounts.
Shocker.
Yeah, he did this the last time too when I went at him and exposed him a little bit. He got, because his biggest thing is he absolutely does not want to lose any accounts. He doesn't like starting over or whatever. Like, that'll be something that he cries about the most, is whenever he loses an account.
I mean, the things he said, I'm like, it kind of gels with what song we put out, this week with Tupac.
He really does.
Yeah, we go for it for Tupac, and 25, 30 years later, got a smash hit again.
Another smash hit. I should have tried to upload it. Maybe I should. We'll try to upload it and we'll play it.
Try it, and we can listen to it, and then we can talk about the Bohemian Grove after that. That could be a good segue.
A nice segue. Have you bullied Harold?
Who
the fuck is Harold? That was the fun.
That's what's funny is that Harold's in here. I'm like, Harold.
I laughed.
I had no idea who you were then.
I laughed so fucking hard from that.
I wonder whatever happened to Nurse Red Pill Jenny.
I have no idea.
I haven't seen her since.
I wouldn't even begin to speculate either. I think they just all disappeared. I don't remember if it was just because like TikTok was just like the worst thing in the world.
See, even Harold finds it funny. See? Shout out to you, bro. It's funny.
It is funny. It's like that. Like, that's all they had at that one particular time was, let me Let me go and write down these weird fucking memorandums on this fucking whiteboard.
So, yeah, well, that's the thing is that they were having that whole live podcast, and like I hopped in. They went down the list of each name. You remember that?
Yeah, like Paris was sitting there writing the list for all the people that was involved.
And so when she went down the list with me, I was like, "So you don't even know what's going on? You're just asking questions. Like you're just you don't even know. You're just asking. That's weird."
It was so weird. But
like, you boy, this person, and I knew each one until they got to Harold, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is Harold?"
you got Court Gesture, Jester.
Court Gesture, 2022 Court Gesture of the Year.
Video is processing.
And they had a whole award show. I think you were nominated for a couple of them. I'm pretty sure. I thought you won something.
No,
how did you not win anything? That's outrageous.
I mean, I'm okay with not winning. Like it don't matter. But they had my name on there twice.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what I did.
You made fun of Misfit, I guess.
All right, it's uploaded, but it's uploaded in the little skinny one, so they'll still see us on each side of the screen. So let's jam out, rock out with our cocks out.
Tupac's newest hit.
Upload that bitch.
Have you bullied Harold? Who the fuck is Harold? Let a fake smile, fake love, that's the new trend. Standing on morals, then bad for your friends. You pointed to villain, but missing the lens. I see the lies, gotta still try not to sin. I'll say I'm the jester, yeah, and laugh while you judge me. Won't serve it and crown at a circus above me. Put me on trial, got your podcast to mug me. Ask about Harold life, who the fuck is he? Y'all sit tea with abusers and scream about peace. But me and my dog be the monsters you leash. Whiteboard our names, now you playing with peace. You made us the story, but we writing the piece. Walked away cause I ride with my brother, huh? Same TikToks, now I'm covered in the gutter, huh? Charles P on a page and that's the sin. But y'all cool with a man who beat up his kid. Hypocrisy thick, like the fog when it's 3 a.m. You pose next to predators, still play pretend. Villainize me, crown me, y'all wear it bold. Y'all freeze me out cold, but embrace the mold. Hand me on your show like a joke in a trial. Names on the list, like I'm running a file. You bully this one? Now come on, man, I ain't that feral. Did you bully Harold? Wait, who the fuck is Harold? You don't care for truth, just a scapegoat to flame. Exile the clown, now you dance in the shame. Broke bread with devils, then painted my name. You ain't friends, you performers, all part of the game. But me and my dog still here, still breathing. They tied to the stake, but we feasting on evening. Hated by liars, that's heaven to me. Your love was fake and now I'm finally free. They drew lines in chalk like we ghosts in the dirt. Called us villains but chill with the ones who do worse. Said we crossed the line, nah, we drew it first. If I'm the jester, then let me rehearse. Flying high in the sky, ain't afraid to die. You said you had my back, I knew that was a lie. That ain't me, cause I wanna protect my peace. Manage yourself, cause you're getting walked on a leash. You said you've changed, yeah, you're just a leech. I'm just me, yeah, starting to preach. I'm a beast, yeah, the first to feast. Check your pH balance, cause you starting to yeet. Turning your back on me, I don't care in the least. You're fake as fuck, and everybody can see. You're a joke, covered up, and everybody can see. You got caught, and now you're starting to flee. You stay stuck in your embarrassment, cause it'll never be me. You think I'm mad, I'm just glad that I'm free. Yeah, I can show up in our house, we don't do it for fame. You claim that we're nothing, but you're speaking our name. Do and say what you want, we're the best in the game. You can try to copy us, we all know that you're lame. Villains in your story, legends in our own.
Bro.
Who the fuck is Harold?
Yeah.
That shit killed me, dude.
I don't think they've heard the whole song with Kanye West. I only played a portion of it.
Yeah, I think I only put on there. I don't know. Do you know how to upload them? Of course you can. But yeah, I only put on there what was saved for like the promo last week.
Let me see if I can send it to you again.
Jarek and I both wrote the lyrics to that.
Yep.
It's fantastic. I thought it was.
Sure did.
I thought it was a fucking banger, dude. To be honest with you, it made me immediately like I went to like Dr. Dre and I was like, look, sign me, bro. He didn't even acknowledge me though, so there's that.
Yeah. Dr. Dre said, "Nothing, you idiots." Let's see if I can
Locked
find
in
it,
the
bro.
basement. Check your
I'm trying to
BH.
find it where I sent it to
starting
you.
get yeast.
Where did I send it to you? Damn, what the hell?
I don't remember how far back, but obviously it was last week. Stop.
Did I send it in?
Nobody can even compete with us, to be honest with you. Like I know that Tex and I are really fucking undefeated whenever it comes to like clapping back at bullies and shit. But there's nobody on the app that really competes with Jarek and my fucking comedic.
I have yet to have anybody upset me going back and forth. No one's
No.
got under my skin.
There's
Not a
people
one.
that's gotten under my skin because they know my triggers. Of course, I told them what my triggers are, but they'll never believe it. I don't think anybody will ever believe it. Like I tell you these so that you'll talk about me and you won't talk about the person you were talking about. So then you put all the focus on me.
Yeah.
And then you become my puppet because it's gonna piss me off. Like it's true. I'm not lying whenever I say like these triggers are gonna piss me off. Like talking about my children, talking about anyone that I love, that's gonna piss me off. It is what it is. And then I'm not afraid to get as dirty or as ugly as other people. But even then, like say what you want. I know that I have several people on that app I absolutely fucking hate. However, if Lizzie's sister, not Lizzie, you guys can talk about Lizzie's fake domestic violence story all you want, but like if Lizzie's sister was raped when she was 12 and one of you decided to call the rapist, I would say the same thing. I would feel exactly the same as I do about when John did it.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to know anything about Montgomery Dodge to know that that's not fucking right.
I
Caleb,
don't,
what up, bro?
I don't know what I did with it, but I'm going to send you just the original AI song because it still slaps without Kanye on it. Because this is our, huh?
Send it straight to my email.
Okay, I'm going to send it, but it still slaps because it's our writing.
You have it, right?
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you. Hang on. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to send it like that. Let's see. Charles.eads0@gmail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for doxing my email live on YouTube. Kat, where have you been? Have you missed it? Because it was John got into a live with like so many different people, some of the people that we know, and literally called the rapist of Montgomery Dodge's sister. Montgomery Dodge's sister was 12 when this happened. He called her rapist 2 or 3 times during that live, left like a voicemail and all different kinds of things. That's why I've been talking about him for the past couple of days, because I know that that's not right. But there's so many people that were apparently advocates that were sitting alongside him that were, one, laughing or not saying anything at all. And somebody came at me and like, well, I don't think that they knew what to do. I think that they were all like fucking in shock or whatever the case may be. I'm like, huh? They were in shock? They were laughing. That's a weird form of shock. So the man gets on there and he's like saying the rapist's name, all that different kind of stuff, right? Multiple times, and he said multiple times like, Josh, I wonder if she would bleed the same at 30 as she did when she was 12. I'm gonna call Chris. You know that I am. Blah 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 blah. I already did, and I left him a voicemail, and I would do that shit again, and then called them like live multiple times, and none of them people that were in that live said anything. They didn't stop him. They didn't shut it down. The host didn't mute him. In fact, the host was laughing along. One of the other ladies, like Jeep Girl or whatever, was laughing whenever he did it. Let's see. At one point, fucking John's weird ass was talking about, apparently, God hates you, Josh, and he hates your sister's pussy. And then they're laughing along with him whenever he's making jokes like that. This lady was raped when she was 12, bro. Like, who does that? And that is, you're telling me that that's you being shocked? How you disgusted by it immediately is fucking beyond.
Yeah.
So obviously, they obviously
sent that email to you.
I'll upload that.
It's just it's not Kanye's version, but it still slaps without Kanye's voice on it.
Beep. We wrote this one too. I started messing with it, and I was like, damn, it throw out some bangers for our own lyrics. Yeah, it does.
Like, I would just, like, before I was just using, like, keywords and stuff, and I was like, let's try a whole-ass song with our lyrics. And it actually fucking slapped.
It did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good.
Clearly, we're ghostwriters, dude. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah.
Because both of these, I don't know which one's better, but both of these fucking slap.
Mm-hmm.
An error occurred. Why did an error occur? Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta do something with that one. I think the file is too big to upload to this thing.
Oh.
I think it is anyway.
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. Like, it's weird because like I've entered a whole different dimension for myself where I'm like drawing lines in the sand because I know that I've said and done some fucked up shit. I get that. I agree. Whatever. I understand, fellas. I really do. The problem is like that shit was so disgusting that I can't get on board with it. I'm never gonna be able to. Right. It's gross. So like supporting it.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, if you can't upload it, can I share my screen? I
should be able to. It's just
if I can share the screen. I have it loaded on YouTube. I just got to figure out how to share the screen though.
Yeah, I don't remember how to do it. I know that we got to figure out another streaming platform because I know that this shit.
Yeah, how much longer do we got?
I don't remember. When did we start? October?
Something like that, yeah.
So I mean, I know we got some time.
Yeah.
Did it? Okay. What's happening here?
Excuse me.
Block this. Should work now. Going through like an editing process. All you got to do is just like legitimately change the file size and stuff. Still upload it as an MP4 and it should work, but
yeah,
it's processing.
Oh, I can share the screen though if it doesn't work. I figured it out.
Cool. We should have done that with some of the Bohemian Grove stuff.
Oh, we can.
I don't even know how to do it. I never even learned how to use this fucking thing, to be honest with you.
Just gotta play with it. That's what she said.
Oh, and she did play with it. Now you got me missing my baby there. Thanks, man. All right, this one's 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoy.
I mean, yeah, go for it.
Yo,
points out we're gay. Boy, he's my Dr. Pepper and he will never go stale. Get back on Grindr, I'm not buying what you're trying to sell. Punk, get fucked with a broomstick. Beat on your grave, my lollipop, you can give a lick. You want what you can't have, and we have the goated kiss. Make Republicans cry, but we have the golden piss. She belly dancing on a hard top, making all the hearts drop. Triple B flow, making motherfucking panties drop. Sound coming through the speaker, but the trouble sounding weaker. I'm a truth seeker, you're just a tweaker. I'm a trendsetter, a real go-getter. You can't argue that it gets no better. Yes, I'm the feature, the one real teacher. You say a preacher, but you're more of a creature. Charles and Jarek, Triple B, baby. Bang, bang, bang. Cry about it. Yo, I come.
You gotta unmute.
Charles and Jarek, Triple B, baby.
That's basically it.
Bang. Cry about it.
Cry about it.
Yeah, that's
It's a
basically
banger.
it. It's a
It's
banger.
a
That was just-
banger, dude.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
Who knew we were both ghostwriter reps?
Fucking lyricist, bro. Yeah, I just who would have thought? Who would have thought Charles and Jarek could do that? Not me.
Mm.
Not me.
Oh, we'll get back. We have another intro for next week in a skit too. It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
we'll get back into it because the skits were fun. I don't know, man. I've been busy as fuck ever since I got back from California.
Yeah.
And then it's just one thing after another in my personal life too. But yes, Roxy, I'm okay. Don't even ask. I'm perfectly fine. Everything's good. Stop it. Stop it. Appreciate you. Love you. Love your face. But I don't even remember, because I know whenever we were making the first rap, I remember like I'm gonna send him a video of like me doing the freestyle. That's what I should have uploaded. Y'all should have seen that or heard that, because that was terrible, dude. I do not have a voice. I'm gonna try to upload that. I'm try to upload that because it's fucking terrible.
Then when I got it into the AI, you're like, oh, it don't sound good. And then when I put it into a real song, you're like, oh shit, that's just slap.
Right, me and my own voice, I was like, not really great. And then I'm like, holy fuck, when somebody else is singing it, I'm a fucking lyricist, bro.
Yeah, I thought mine sounded horrible, and then I'm like, okay, someone made it slap.
Yeah. Yeah, because whenever I heard someone else singing it, I was like, when they put the right beat to it, and then obviously the right flow, it's like, wow, it actually sounds quite good, to be honest.
Exactly.
But it sounded so fucking terrible whenever I sing it myself. And you're gonna see.
So how
Like, this
are loading that? So we're looking into that Bohemian Grove stuff, man.
Yeah, we should talk about that whenever. Let me see.
Yeah, for
The
this.
problem is. Did it work? Did it work? Add video. Beep. Oh, it's uploading. It's working.
Can't wait to hear that.
Wait till you hear it, bro. Wait till you hear it, bro, because then you're gonna be like, oh fuck. I don't like none of this. I don't like a single fucking verse. Not a lyricist. Maybe a lyricist, not a singer. That's it. Not a rap artist. I could never.
Yeah, not a producer.
I could never do it.
Thank God we got AI to make us sound legit.
Yeah. When you put somebody else's fucking good voice to it or beat, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Bro, we
makes
can
it
make a whole
better
album.
points.
We can make a whole album and act like it was us.
Bro, we should. I still want to do a calendar. I still would
Yeah.
love to do a calendar. I'd love to be
The
able
calendar
to give
and an album.
Yeah.
And just
Alright,
be
here
like,
we go.
yep, that was us. That was all us.
It did not work. It did not work. Of course it didn't.
Release a calendar and an album and just say, yep, no AI used, just all us.
That'd be too great, to be honest.
Yeah.
I fucked it all up, bro.
All right, we believe you.
How do I get rid of this shit? This one. Import. I mean, I know why it did. I know why it didn't work, but why it didn't work at the same time it was pretending like it was uploading is beyond me. All right, I think it worked. I think it worked.
Did it?
Yeah. If we only would have prepared for this like 10 years ago, we probably would have been all right. It's only 22 seconds. It's one verse, so it's not going to take that long. But all right, here we go.
She belly dancing on a hard top, making all the hard stop. Triple B flow, make your motherfucking panties drop. Sound coming through the speaker, but the treble sounding weaker. I'm a truth seeker and you're just a tweaker. I'm a trendsetter, a real go-getter. You can't argue that it gets no better. Yes, I'm the feature, the one real teacher. You say you a preacher, but you're more of a creature.
Okay, but you know, like Jarek and I were the first ones to hear this because I was in the car when I heard it.
Yeah, it was bad. It's so bad.
What
When you
really
listen to it, when you listen to that, it's like
It was really good lyrics,
Cool.
though. It was good.
cool, bro. The lyrics aren't bad. It's just more. I'm not a.
Yeah, you
I'm
put it
not
to a beat and
Yeah.
put it to a beat in like the studio, like
It made me laugh like listen to it. But yeah, I mean, you put a beat to it, whatever. Somebody that actually knows what they're doing whenever they're rapping. That'd be something different. Because I'm not a rap artist. I don't listen to a lot of rap, to be quite honest. I don't.
Yeah.
But way back in the day, like I had a shit ton of things that I just dropped my phone, bro. I had a
they thought it was
shit ton
good.
of things
They
that I
thought it
used to
was
like.
good.
I mean, I did think that it was great. I thought that I was the fucking best out there on the West or East, the Beast of the East, or whatever. I said something like that in one of my raps.
Yeah.
It was the Beast of the East. Check
You
your
are the
pH
Beast
balance
of
because
the
you're starting to yeast.
I think that was in the one with Tupac.
Thanks, Rocky. Roxy, thanks. Appreciate that. Kristen, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, lyrically, it goes pretty hard, but yeah, it's not. It's not good whenever I rap it. It's not.
That's terrible, Charles.
Huh?
It wasn't
It
terrible.
wasn't terrible, she said.
No, it wasn't. I mean, I'm being too down on myself, but like at the end of the day, I can't. I can't rap.
It wasn't like, oh my god, turn that off.
I can't rap. That's all I'm saying. It's not that
It-
I'm typically am like a
Hey,
self-deprecating.
AI thinks we can. AI thinks we
AI
can.
does. AI knows for a fact that we are fucking ghostwriters, bro.
I mean, look how much our song slapped.
You're goddamn right. So we whenever I went to Florida, listen. Florida. Somebody slapped me, bro.
California.
I went to California. We drove out to the Redwoods, and driving down the coast, the one We're driving down the 1, and Liz brings up Bohemian Grove. And she starts talking about it, and she tells me about like a podcast that she had heard about it or whatever. And we bring up the podcast. We start listening to the podcast. I don't remember how long the podcast was, but we were just sitting there. The stories that the people that were telling it was crazy. And then whenever you hear about Bohemian Grove in general, you're just kind of like, don't know what it is. Like, especially people on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
But that shit is a whole fucking secret society. Whenever I went down the rabbit hole, I found out that they have like a headquarter building in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And they literally put on 2 plays, like original plays that nobody gets to see. They put on 2 plays. Imagine the production that has to go into that. It's totally a secret society. There is a 33-year waiting list to get in, and you have to have a certain status. And the only way that you can even get in the first place, even after the 33 years, is you have to be invited.
Yeah.
It's like
and
world elite.
$25,000 a year plus other dues you got to pay in.
It's insanity. Like just going through the rabbit hole. I really wish we could have had a bunch more prepared and uploaded. Maybe we'll talk about it again.
The name that stood out to me was Clint Eastwood. That's in it.
Yes, a lot of people. Like if people like it or are interested, maybe we'll prepare better. We'll have like a bunch of stuff uploaded. The reality is like they do this. It's like a cremation ceremony where like they burn an effigy, and it's realistically the way that they do it. Whenever they go to this place or go to this cremation ceremony, it's to burn away all their past transgressions and like become a brand new person. And like they make a sacrifice to Moloch, the demon. So he's referred to in the Bible. It's child sacrifice. It's literally child sacrifice. The whole story.
You said that name. I was like, oh shit.
Completely dark. Like Harold says, Ronald Reagan, George W. Bush. You brought it up, Clint Eastwood. Like during those ceremonies, somebody really rich and powerful gives a speech during those ceremonies. The cremation life ceremony.
Right.
The statue that they have inside the place is like apparently an owl, because an owl is like realistically like their symbol. The thing is like 40 foot tall. They have a cremation ceremony, like I said, where they burn an effigy. The rumors is it's not an effigy. It's not anything fake. It's not anything. It's a real body.
Yeah.
Realistically, because some of the videos that I've seen, you can literally hear it scream while it's going on, while it's happening.
Yeah.
The stories behind the place. There's underground tunnels where they used to bring in children as sex slaves, prostitutes, male and female as sex slaves. It's a boys only club. Like it's very the waiting list, everything that you have to get into it. Some of the rabbit hole that I went down to was like women would protest on the outside of the place because they wanted to also be a part of it. And I'm like, is that really what you want to be a part of? But they called it like a misogynistic, toxic masculinity type thing where they only allow men in. But yeah, people like Clint Eastwood, Walter Cronkite.
Yep.
Some of the other ones.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yep. He's in there. Yep.
Yeah. Like there's so many of them that have like been there and done that. And it's crazy to me, like to see the list of the names that's been there, especially whenever you attach it to like some of the rumors. So while we're listening to that podcast and we're driving along, she's like, yeah, it's actually not very far away. And I'm like, okay, let's go. She was telling me that there was like signs out there where it's like talking about how if you're a woman, it's best not to come here at night and all different kinds of things, or like intruders would be shot. Those are not necessarily rumors. Like there's definitely plenty of people that have like broken into it. I know Alex Jones at one time infiltrated it.
Yep. I watched that video. When I was doing my rabbit hole, talking about how he snuck into it.
Yeah, he snuck into it. Yeah.
He snuck into it and described it. You know, they label him as crazy, but I mean, like, he's been right about a lot of things that he's just.
Yeah, he has. True. I mean,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, you know, the turning the frogs gay or whatever. Say what you want to about him, about Alex Jones. Like, I don't support like a lot of the shit he
Right.
said, but yeah, it's weird. I think Alex Jones is weird, and I think that he puts a lot of his own spin on things,
Right.
which I totally agree that's
Yeah.
what he does. Whether it's evidence or not, it's more or less just like that's his opinion on what's
Mhm.
happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been I can't imagine that too many people that would have something to say about this place once they've infiltrated it would be like, whatever. That it's situated on 2,700 acres. There's apparently camps. They segregate these camps. There's like eating halls, concert halls. There's like libraries. There's other buildings to where that you can go and you can stay, you can live, like apartments, that type of things. There's hundreds of camps. They call them weird names too, but they basically segregate you. Like the Hillbillies is the name of one of the camps, and that was a camp that George W. Bush was a part of.
Yeah.
They segregate you by like, so actors have their own, musicians have their own, artists have their own, politicians have their own place.
Yeah.
I forget when it was. It's like 1976 or 1976 to 1977. George W. Bush was like the CIA director, and he gave a speech. Like I seen like an itinerary or like some sort of post or whatever, where George W. Bush was speaking at a luncheon. It was private. It was members only. He was speaking at a luncheon, and he was a CIA director, and he was going to be talking about the CIA, past, present, and future. And like that place is super secretive. It's obviously a secret society, like, because nobody wants you to talk about it. You're not allowed, when you join the club, you're not allowed to have laptops, tablets. You're not allowed to have cell phones. You're not allowed to take pictures. You're not allowed to take videos. If you find any of those, it's really rare, like for people to have done it. You're not even allowed to, currently in like today's times, you're not even allowed to wear smart devices like smartwatches or anything like that. The only way that you're allowed to is you have to have like written, there's like a council, there's like a whole fucking demographic of people that get to decide certain things. There's like a captain for each of the camps, actors, musicians. There's like a captain from each of those, and they have to decide whether or not somebody for health reasons are even allowed to wear their smartwatch. So it's very secretive.
Yeah, so when I was looking into that, it got me into another rabbit hole because with the Diddy trials going on, right? And that's kind of the similar thing is like you have those Diddy parties and they talk about pizza, baby oil on pizza with Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Apparently him and Steve Harvey have been having relations for 25 years. And I think he's been having relations with other rappers and whatnot, you know, like,
Yeah.
it's initiation to be to be famous in this industry, whether it be acting or musicians. And you know, like, it brought me to a lot of musicians talk about how they got famous by talking about, oh, I made a deal with the devil, and people are like, aha, that's funny, but like, they don't. There's not a funny bone in their body when they talk about it. So they're signing a contract with somebody, whether you believe in God or not. They're signing a contract. Yeah. They're signing their life away to be exposed and be blackmailed if they ever speak out against it. Like, they got to do some sort of initiation to be famous and go, you know. So they're, whether you're religious, whether you're, you know, like, they've got to do some fucked up shit behind closed doors to be able to be famous.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I mean, apparently the social, I feel like it's a secret society, but it's more or less just like for elites to social network.
Yeah.
Obviously they're into some weird stuff, and I can only speculate because a lot of it's rumors. with the exception of like, what was it, in the 80s and 90s, there was like a trial where like there was people involved, like Larry King, not the Larry King everybody's thinking about, but the politician. He ran, like, he's a black politician, he's a black Republican. There's actually a lot of fucking Republicans on lists that have attended these gatherings in these redwoods. And it's a weird thing, but Larry King apparently operated a sex trafficking pedophile ring. I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot for the story, but I know that there was like plenty of people that have testified. The FBI got involved and they kind of intimidated some of the people into redacting their statement. So some of them pulled out of the story. And then the media at the time would take, there was like 4 people that came forward that were victims of it. 2 of the people totally redacted their stories. I don't remember their names off the top of my head, but 2 of those people redacted their stories because they were intimidated by the FBI to keep quiet. And then the other 2, one of them actually happened to just be somebody that while they were kids touched their cousin, so they were wrapped up in like pedophilia themselves. So they didn't even listen to their testimony, and then the other person was some sort of felon. So the media wrapped it up as to where like they were all telling a lie. So they kind of like threw it underneath the rug, and Larry King got away with it. Larry King was on record of saying to somebody that he was like, the story is so wild and crazy that even if you told it, nobody would believe it. And sure as fuck, nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
I've never heard it. That was the first time listening to that podcast. That was the first time.
Yeah.
So clearly he was right. The story sounds so crazy that nobody would believe it.
Yeah.
So
that's how they make, and then if you talk about it, it makes you seem like you're crazy.
No, you're right. He didn't get away with it. I don't know if that's what I was insinuating or not, but it was just one of those things where it's like, yeah, that's true. But yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like they would tell the story or people would talk about it and nobody would believe them. There's like rumors from like the locals whenever they were talking. Alex Jones, not to bring him up again, but I know that he did like a lot of investigation and talking to some of the locals. And they were talking about how people would try to break in because, like, I don't know what they could hear or what they couldn't hear necessarily, but they knew that there was like a big party going on in these fucking woods. Next to the stage, they had pyrotechnics, so I don't know if that's what they were seeing, and they just wanted to know what was inside it, or they heard rumors and they wanted to get inside it. People were shot at. People were shot at when they intruded on this place whenever they broke in. There's rumors that people were shot and killed. Specifically, if you're a woman, you're not allowed to enter the property. So then Liz and I are listening to this documentary or this podcast. We're listening to it. And she's like, it's really close. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we put it into the GPS and we drive up to this place. It's crazy. It is barricaded. It's lined with trees. You can't see anything. It doesn't matter what you're looking into. The main entrance, the parking lot of this place, you can kind of see through the trees. The parking lot is huge. They used to have events at this place, apparently. The out in front of the stage where the owl is, like there's an owl statue. They call it an owl statue, but a lot of people, the rumors are like a lot of people think that it is child sacrifice and all different kinds of things. So they think that it's not an owl statue. They think it's more of a statue that represents Moloch, which is a god that, or a demon that you would sacrifice children to.
Yeah.
This place is huge. It is huge. But it's a men's only like member. Like you can only get in if you're a man. So I know that they did like a lot of weird stuff, like for how you got entered into the club or whatever.
Yeah, they do a lot of rituals.
Yeah.
And very specific.
Like they wear druid cloaks, druid robes and all whatever, and they have like a play, like some sort of ceremony that happens at this place. I don't know. It's weird. Whenever you go down the rabbit hole, like obviously everybody would be able to see it and understand. But so we're talking about it. We're listening to the podcast, and she's like, "Yeah, we there. It's like close." So we type it into the GPS. We go there. Well, cell phones are almost non-existent there because we got there and there was like absolutely no service. But there's like a whole town just like 30 feet away.
Yeah.
30 feet away. So over there, everything's good. But once you get on this main strip, right into the entrance of the place, it's different. It's weird.
Right.
So
Probably for good reason for them. Like they don't want
probably.
anybody getting tracked there.
So we pull up into there because she was telling me about the signage and what they got. But we pull up in there, and like I said, it's like you can't really see into the place. There's just way too many trees. It's just and they're all so close together. It's like really dense. But
Yeah.
you can see through the trees, and you can see that there's like a massive parking lot, and there's like street lamps and everything inside the parking lot. Like you can see that. Like there's had to have been some sort of main parking lot. It's all fenced in or barbed wired around it.
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm like looking at it, and it's like violators will be prosecuted, no recording devices, do not enter. So we're just sitting there, and we're thinking about what to do for the next couple hours. So we're kind of parked off in the entrance of this place. We're kind of talking about what we're going to do for the next couple hours. And next thing you know, we hear like somebody blaring on their horn. They're like blaring on their horn. And this dude comes by us like 40, 50 miles an hour just through the entrance or whatever. And like the two of us lock eyes. He's eye fucking the shit out of me when he passed me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did you see what he was wearing? She's like, no, what was he wearing? Liz is blind. Just throwing that out there. She's totally blind. So I'm like, bro, he was literally wearing like U.S. Army gear. Driving an unmarked car, but wearing U.S. Army gear. But like, yeah, he totally was like, what's going on here? Like these people, I'm sure that they probably see it all the time. People park.
Oh yeah, they had you on camera. They had you on camera.
Oh, I'm 100% sure.
They're like, can you go check it out? Make sure they're not adversaries or whatever. Like they have a security team. I'm sure they did a protocol to make sure you weren't a threat.
I'm 100% sure. But that's the weird thing too. Like apparently like the CIA and the FBI are like super involved in it, and like they've shut down a lot of stuff, which is weird to me in general. But like just hearing the podcast and hearing them talk about how the CIA and the FBI covered up a bunch of stuff, and then being there live for myself and watching a U.S. Army guy just drive by me and I fucked the shit out of me. I don't know. To me, I was like, wow. Like there's some validity to it, but it's also like clearly still active.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just a weird experience being out there and seeing it for yourself. And it's not far-fetched. I mean, you can call it a conspiracy theory. You can call it whatever you want, but it is not far-fetched to believe that shit like the sex trafficking exists in this country. It's not. I don't think that it's a conspiracy theory to believe that because there's probably a lot of validity to it. That place in general, it's really weird how they operate. The stories behind it are really weird. The cover-ups behind it, really weird. The rabbit hole that I went down, I don't believe anything positive about the place. To me, it's all been negative.
I mean, there's so much evidence to suggest that, like there's a lot of politicians in this club. There's a lot of high-ranking members. It's kind of like a Scientology cult type deal, but all men, whatever. I've heard they brought prostitutes on their on the over there before, or whatever you want to call it. But it's just there's a price to pay to be famous or to be wealthy a lot of the time in this anywhere. And then like we don't. There's some of the the elites we talk about. We don't know who run the country or who run things.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of secret things that we don't know about.
I probably should have written down his name because obviously it's just going to sound like I made it up, and that's fine. I don't remember his name. Whoever owns or whoever started the Federal Reserve, whoever got employed to like run the Federal Reserve, he was literally documented of being there at this place a month before he actually got his title to be, his whatever title he has to be over there.
And I'm glad you brought that up because the conspiracy, or I don't even really think it's a conspiracy, but the people that were the CEOs that were opposed to bringing in the Federal Reserve were on the Titanic. And they think, if
some
they
of the
were
people,
yeah.
some of the people that were also supposed to testify against like Larry King and bring like their own versions of the story to it died in a plane crash over Chicago.
Yeah.
So that was it's not like that's iffy. And then like being that as conspiracies, I think anybody can believe whatever they want, but there was apparently a doctor. You'll have to look him up because I don't remember it. But just going off conspiracies and the whole story behind it, there's apparently a doctor that had come up with a cure for HIV, and he died in a plane crash.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Well,
that's odd. I think
look
that is
up
weird.
how many holistic doctors lose their license, get harassed, and how many have died by suicide. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Holistic doctors.
One of the people that was going to speak out against Larry King and some of the other like the pedophile ring that was happening inside Bohemian Grove. One of the people that was going to talk about it, his wife had mysteriously died. One of the other people that was going to speak out about it mysteriously had a stroke and died. Like it's weird. You can call it a conspiracy all you want, but it's too much of a conspiracy not really to believe.
Yeah. So I don't donate to any cancer research. So, oh, Trump is defunding cancer research. Okay, how many billions are put into that supposedly every year? And we supposedly have no cure. We do have a cure.
Yeah.
A cure does not make money.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Like I put this up, but I forgot to talk about it. It could be a military base. It could be something strange. It might have a legitimate story behind it. I don't know. And then it could just be our interpretation that like weird things happen. So then we hear one story and then a rumor becomes another rumor and then it snowballs into the effect it is. But you got to look at some of the pictures and some of the videos that surround the place. And then you're like, I'm not sure if it's a fucking conspiracy anymore. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, because it's weird. Plus, I mean, 2,700 acres that's a lot of space. That's a lot of space.
Yeah.
It's a lot of undocumented territory that nobody really looks into. And then the fact that, like I said, there was hundreds of camps where they would segregate these people into. Like they portray it as a boys' club, like a place to just go and relax and let all your woes from whatever just disappear. It's like a place to go and relax. The fact that people like Clint Eastwood was at this place, elites like presidents of the country, CIA directors gave speeches at this place, but they keep it so secret. It's kind of a telltale sign. It's not necessary. It's not just a conspiracy. There's things that go on there.
Right.
Who knows what it is? Am I saying that they go in there and they child sacrifice people? I don't necessarily know.
It wouldn't shock me.
It would not. Am I saying that they go in there? But like Walter Cronkite gave a speech there. And these are things you can Google. You can see it. you can see who was there, who attended, who was not there, all those kind of things. And they've got plenty of like itineraries and like programs that they put out and that they don't want you to see. They don't want you to see, but people have. They've literally went after people that have posted them for copyright infringement because
Yeah.
they don't want you to. They don't even want you to
Yeah.
post about it.
Right. Do you notice? Like I was looking this up too. Like, do you notice that most towns you go through, most in any state, a lot of towns always have a Masonic lodge.
Yes. I mean, I live in a city where there's a Masonic lodge.
I mean, just about anywhere you go.
Yeah.
There's always a Masonic lodge. Yeah, I know there's different levels to that, so I wouldn't say every Mason is participating in what I've read too. Like they're kind of like the Bohemian Grove Freemasons, the 33rd degree, or however high you get into that. It's kind of like what we talked about.
Yeah, there's a whole link between that place and the Masons.
Yeah. And so I find it weird that every town I go into, almost every town you go into, there is a Masonic lodge. Like, why? And then I looked it up. I was like, that's just to look over the community. I'm like,
to look over the community.
I mean, that sounds like a great virtue and cool. Like, but is that really what Masons are meant for?
Yeah, and then there's like, I don't know if you go, if you look into that and you go down the rabbit hole of that, there's also like a correlation between the Masons and the Knights Templar and all different kinds of things.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's so strange. It is so strange. But then at the same time, it's like the more you look at it, the more you read into it, the more it's like, wow. They keep a lot of secrets from you. They keep a lot of secrets from us. They don't tell the whole truth. And then the cover-ups seem so fucking, it's not even vague. They're not even hiding it. They're not even hiding it. The people that are testifying against it or talking about it, it's like, what happened to them? Like, people in their family died. They redacted their statement because somebody in their family was murdered. Like one of the ladies that was going to testify in a case against Larry King and all that, their fucking husband was murdered.
Yeah.
That would shut me up. Like I would be like, okay, there's power here that I just don't know if I can deal with.
Yeah, like, look at how many people have died in connection with the Clintons. Like, That's true. A lot of them, and I live around the area where Bill Clinton grew up. It's crazy.
They do in the Bohemian Grove, they have like a lot of plays, and like I've seen some of the pictures. I don't have any of them uploaded, so obviously I can't show or saved or screenshotted, but they do plays. It's a boys only, it's a men's only club. Like, you're not really allowed to be in there when you're a woman. And the women that are, they're like really exclusive. Like, it's really hard to become a member of that society whenever you're a woman. Look into that, because that's weird in itself. The plays that they would put on at this place. Oh, you got shots.
I do got a shot.
To love, to honor. If you can't come in her, come on her.
Amen.
The plays and shit that they would put on at this place, they would dress men in drag to play women's parts. Like, there's pictures.
That's how. Okay, you know why they do that? I think I will know why they do that, because like that in the Shakespearean days, they didn't have women on the stage. Shakespeare plays all men.
And the place has ties going all the way back to the 1920s or 1930s when it actually started.
Yeah. So I can believe that they probably do it back in the Shakespearean times where those plays, no female actors, all men.
Yeah. I don't
They have
know.
very,
It's
they have very strong. They have very strong like traditions, and like we, date back into old times where men truly dominate. I think that's why they have that. And like for me, it's more about power than anything for these men.
yeah. People that have tried to talk about it have been silenced. Like
Yeah.
look into it. Do your own research. It is a crazy rabbit hole to go down, but it's also
Humiliate-
fascinating. And
she- she-
if I'm not mistaken, people like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I don't remember who. Somebody also attended that place. They were a member.
Yeah. Liz nailed it. It's a humiliation ritual. Hollywood has it. You got to do a humiliating ritual is like dress men in drag. That's why I know some people are leftists in here, but like the whole trans movement has become very much a big thing because if you have any issue with it whatsoever, what are you considered? Transphobic, right?
Facts, yeah.
Any issue with it because in anything, any movement always has flaws, but you dare criticize what that is at all, you're transphobic. Hey Jess, how are you?
What up, Jess? Yeah. I don't know. It's strange, but it's a weird rabbit hole to go down. Facts. But then like I said, being there, seeing the place for myself, and like what we experienced at the entrance was so weird. So weird. Cause like I remember the guy driving by laying on his horn, and the two of us are looking at each other like, what's going on? And we look, and there's like a car zooming by, slows down once he gets near us, like eye locks with me, and I'm like, did you see that? Did you see that? That's what I'm saying. Like the way that he exited that place, because I don't know, was that him opening the gate? I don't remember because it was gated off. We couldn't even just drive through. We couldn't even break in. We couldn't even just drive down that main drive. It was all gated off. And then he zooms by. Like, I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird feeling.
I bet you have
Don't
to have
really
some
know.
sort of code to even get in the gate, probably some
I'm
sort
sure.
of password or
But
code.
then that's the thing too. Like I remember like looking at Liz and I was like, "Did you see that?" And she was like, "No, bitch, I'm blind. Of course I didn't fucking see that. What do you mean?" And I'm like, "He was totally wearing like insignias from the army." So I don't know. It was strange. It was weird. All of us are feeling great. Shut up, Jess. No, I'm kidding. How are you feeling? I don't know. It was strange. It was a weird vibe that you got, and it's like eerily silent once we were there too. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's been a year since you've shit your pants. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the whole vibes that I got just through that little portion of it. Completely weird. Fuck me in the asshole. But
I don't believe
yeah,
it.
right. I don't believe it either. It's been 3 days, is really what you mean. Yeah, all of it was just a weird vibe, but I don't know. It is a rabbit hole that I think anybody would like probably enjoy going down, especially if you like a little bit of conspiracy theory without believing conspiracy theories. Because I don't always believe conspiracy theories, but I like going down the rabbit holes.
There are some that have some legitimacy. I will say that. That's
Yeah,
for
some
sure.
of them have a lot of proof and evidence to support that they're not conspiracy theories. Some of them come true, all that kind of stuff.
Well,
Is Tech still in here?
I don't know.
Where the fuck that guy go?
I think he left like a long time ago.
He driving to Texas, so he said he was gonna watch, but I don't know. I
Picking
said
up
no pressure, bro. We're entertainment, no pressure.
No.
Wait, if you're driving to Texas, does that mean that that's gonna be 2 weeks without Freedom Fam?
Probably.
Interesting.
Tornado Alley is tornadoing right now.
Facts.
I grew up in Tornado Alley. What are you talking about?
It so the vibe, like immediately, like when we pulled into the main strip, like they got like a little turnaround. Obviously, I think that they expect people to go in there because they're not idiots. People are gonna turn in there. It's not like a secret entrance or whatever. And you can GPS it, like it has an address, all that kind of stuff. So we pull in, it's like a little turnaround. We kind of park on the side. Yeah, it was eerily silent until the fact that the man, because not only that, like there's right outside the entrance, it's like all barbed wired off. Like you can see the barbed wire, all that kind of stuff. It's all barricaded off in some type of way, whether or not it's a wall, whether or not it's barbed wire, whatever. There's literally houses right outside on the same street that it's on. And less than a mile away, there's a whole city with like a whole atmosphere with people walking down the street, going to shops, ice cream shops, all that kind of stuff. Less than a mile away. Less than a mile away. It's right there. You pull into that little driveway, you turn around, yeah, it's eerily silent.
Yeah.
And you can't really use right in the main drag, you can't even use your internet.
Yeah.
It's you get no service.
Right.
It's all weird. You ever go up there, obviously punch it into your GPS, go take a look at it for yourself. But it was weird.
Yeah.
Yes, it was absolutely strange.
All right. Well, guess that's it.
Is it a wrap? That's a cut.
So cut. Thanks for coming in, y'all.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, guys. Thanks for showing the support and the love.
Mm-hmm.
We absolutely appreciate it.
Wait, where's that outro at? Does it automatically play when you put it? No, you don't. You have to play
Yeah,
it.
when you hit end stream, you can hit end stream with outro, and it'll let you play the outro and stuff.
Gotcha. Later.
Don't talk shit about my Jose Echoes.
Know that this is goated. Ain't